This is the second video on MCP server. So in the first video, we have seen the MCP terminal server, which connects to the local terminal and you can execute commands, create directory, create files, insert text into the files, etc. Now in this second video, I'm going to show you how to create MCP database server. Okay, so this is the architecture. You have an MCP host, which can be a cloud desktop or IDE or tools, and you can have various servers like server A, B, C. These are all MCP servers, and they are connecting to either like different tools, database, terminals, etc. Now, in this second case, we are connecting to the local database. Now, this is the code that I've written. The first one is a terminal server that we have seen in the previous video. In this video, we see the database server. So in this database server, this is the code. So let me explain the code. I've already uploaded the code to GitHub. So this is my code of database server. So here we are using the Cloud Desktop as the MCP client for connecting to the MySQL database. So here we have created a database file called MySQL DB, and I'll show you here. Under database, there is a folder called database, and under that there is a sample.db file. Now here we have used the UV as a package manager. You can install UV by either using pip install UV or using this approach, and create a directory under servers, that is database underscore servers. And after that, we are just going into this directory, creating the virtual environment, and then activating the virtual environment. After that, we are installing the dependencies, if any. Now, this is the configuration that we need to save it in the cloud desktop config.json. So I'll be showing you. This is your cloud you can desktop. This you need to install. So if I go to the settings, cloud settings, here when I click on developer, here you can see the MCP servers. So if I click on edit config, you will see this file, and this you can open it in a VS Code. So this is what I have. Let me open it again. So I'll just open this with Visual Studio Code. So this is the file. Now this code is related to the the first MCP server, that is terminal server, and this is the second MCP server. Now if you see here, I'm just mentioning the path of the UV, and we are mentioning the path of the database server folder. Okay, so it is the same path. The terminal server code is present in this folder, and database server is present in this folder. So this is to let the cloud desktop know about this MCP server that it exists, and I can query using cloud desktop. Query the desktop using sorry, query the DB using cloud desktop. Okay, so now let's and in case when I open this terminal, sorry, this cloud desktop. Here, if I click on the search and tools, here I can see what all MCP tools that are already configured. So earlier one is terminal and the second one is desktop. Okay, and under that, if you see what all things are there, like I can list the tables, I can execute query, I can describe the table, or I can insert the sample data. So these are the tools which are available, or the functions that are available under this MCP server called database. Same way for terminal, you can see there is only run command. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new conversation. So here I'm going to ask list all the tables in the database. Now here this is a query that I'm writing in a plain text. So now it should connect to the MCP server. So here it is popping up. It wants to connect the MCP server called database, and it wants to execute the function called list underscore tables. Now here I can click allow once or allow always. If I click allow once, every time it is trying to connect to the MCP or do something with the MCP server, it will keep on giving the pop-up. So I don't want pop-up again and again. So I will say always allow. Now let's see what it does. It will just find a list of tables in this database. Now this is the database file sample.db. Under this database file, all these are listed. Okay. Now I will say um, list the contents of customer table. Okay. And say allow always. So these are the contents of the customer table. So let me see if it allows me to create a new table. Create a new table, sample table, and insert some sample data. So now it is using the execute underscore query function. Okay. Now it created a table called sample table and inserted with the sample data. Now here, if I ask list all the tables, so earlier it was showing four. Now it should show five tables. See, this table was not there earlier. Now it is created. So here, if you see the previous one, there are only four. Now here, if you see, there are five. Now I can try out different things like insert, update, delete, or something. Let me see if I will ask it to delete orders table. Delete orders table. Okay, so here you can see earlier we had five, and now after orders table is deleted, these are the four tables. So here you can see we are barely able to do lot of work related to database the way it is being mentioned in the code, the MCP server code. Let me see if there is anything else I can do. I've tried query, I've tried create, I've tried delete. Uh, I think I can also do the insert also. That should not be a big problem. Okay, now let me try to. I think I can anyways list the columns. Let me see. Provide the list of columns in. Anyways, here it is providing the list of columns, so it will be able to do it. Okay, so in this video, what we have seen is we have created the MCP database server, and then we are using Cloud Desktop to connect to the database server. All the code is available in the GitHub, so you can just copy this folder and then execute this. All the steps are given how to use it. Okay, thank you for watching this video.